like the abs on that one.
Dang, that is unbelievable.
Where's Justin? Justin?
Dude, I just lost 5 pounds.
All right. Way to go.
Oh, yeah.
BLT. You wash your hands, man.
Yeah.
Look at the abs on this chick. I was just...
Hey, this guy, look, we are PFT, and you're watching
WGS-TV on YouTube.
only.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm WB Billy Bujo, being joined by the man from South Park, the man simply known as Cartman. Cartman, how you doing?
Good. Could be better.
Well, right now we're going to talk about TNA Impact Wrestling for the week of October 4th, 2012. Now we're going to open up with the match between Mr. Anderson and Gunner. And what was basically the purpose of this match here is to heavily promote Anderson to be the tag team partner for Sting. Because before the matchup took place, Anderson cut a promo saying that Sting didn't have to look anywhere else for a partner, and he was going to prove himself in this match. Anderson and Gunner, Cartman, both of these guys look really, really strong. It was really good to see Gunner back because Gunner had been gone for a little while. I heard that he had gotten married, so he was gone for a few months. You know, he had to have a honeymoon and celebrate his marriage. But it was good to see him back. He had his tag team partner out there with Kid Cash, and Anderson hits the mic check on Gunner and gets the win. And then Kid Cash comes in, sneak attacks Anderson. Anderson hits the mic check on Kid Cash, and pretty much looks really strong. And you have to say, Cartman, they really did a good job trying to heavily push Anderson to be the partner for Sting.
Yeah, they did.
My score in this match, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Anderson and Gunner both look really good. And again, they really did what they were supposed to do in this match, and that was push Anderson and to be heavily favored to be the tag team partner for Sting. How would you rate that match?
I rated it a 4 out of 5 as well. Basically the same reasons as you did.
Alright, match number 2 on this week's Impact Wrestling featured the Knockouts, Gail Kim and Tara, taking on ODB and Tessmacher. And Cartman, I did put it up on my Raw review, the question, who looks hotter in a referee outfit, AJ Lee or Taryn Terrell? Monday Night Raw, it was AJ Lee. On Impact Wrestling, it had to be Taryn Terrell.
Exactly.
And by the way, note to anyone, do not run into the boobs of ODB. They are registered lethal weapons. I mean, she can cut bricks with them boobies. I've seen it happen. Well, I haven't seen it happen, but I'm pretty sure if she would run into a wall, the wall would be screaming in agony. As far as this matchup goes, they're really doing a lot to feature the heel turn of Tara. It was really seen in this match. More so with Tara, not so much with Gail Kim. And apparently a lot to do with what happened with Tara and Tessmacher as Tara gets the win. But again, TNA really trying to put a lot of stock behind this heel turn of Tara. They're really trying to go somewhere with this. I'm going to go 4 out of 5 on this one. But Cartman, you got to agree, they're really trying hard with this heel turn with Tara.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, yeah, they are trying really hard with it. And, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Alright, well, let's talk about the whole thing with Joey Ryan and Al Snow. For one thing, well, I want to get your opinion on it first, Cartman. What are your thoughts about this whole thing that they've been doing between Joey Ryan and Al Snow?
I'm thinking it's overall good, but they could find something else to do with the airtime instead of having a little sissy fight between Al Snow and Joey Ryan. They could find something better to do with this segment, like more matches and stuff like that, which I find would make it better, but seems that the fact that they haven't, it hasn't been that bad.
Well, they've been, over the past few weeks, they've been, or months rather, they've really been using Gut Check and the random appearances of Joey Ryan during these Gut Checks to kind of promote this whole thing between him and Al Snow, and they really did the big build-up on this Impact by Al Snow agreeing, well, their lawyers had to agree to assigning Joey Ryan to an Impact contract, and they did for one night only for, so far. But again, backstage, guys, hold up. Joey Ryan is signed to Impact Wrestling in a contract. I mean, if he wasn't signed, he wouldn't be appearing on TV. Come on, guys, give me a break. But anyway, apparently now the matchup is going to be Joey Ryan versus Al Snow at Bound for Glory. That's what the contract was for. Being an Al Snow fan, and Cartman, I know you don't know this, but when we used to have a podcast on Blog Talk Radio, WGS Radio, we've actually had Al Snow on our show as a guest. We had the opportunity to speak with him and talk with him about his career. He was a really great guy to talk to. So it was going to be really good to see him back in the ring and see if he's still in good ring shape. Because I know he does work on several independent organizations along with TNA, and he does wrestle for them. So it'll be really good to see Al Snow in the ring on TNA and see if he can wow the TNA crowd like he used to in the crowds before. So I'm going to go 4 out of 5 on this segment here. Side note here, the following segment took place backstage. Bully Ray was confronting Sting, trying to lobby for him to be the partner, and Sting said, "I need a bully. I'm pissed off." Now, I know I didn't say it in the same vein as Sting, but you guys get the idea. Now, this is something. The next match is something I kind of talked about on my TNA preview, and that's the television title being defended, and thank goodness TNA went through with it. As the new television champion, Samoa Joe took on Rob Van Dam. A couple of things to note. Rob Van Dam is, when it comes to television titles, his name is kind of synonymous with the TV title. If you guys think back to Extreme Championship Wrestling, when he was the ECW television champion for 23.5 months, and the only reason why he lost that title was because of a knee injury. But would he make a good TNA television champion today? But TNA right now, they're really not putting too much stock in Rob Van Dam being a television champion. Maybe they would push him more for the world title. We never know. But for right now, TNA, I guess, is really heavily investing Samoa Joe to bring some legitimacy to the TNA television title. Like WWE is trying to use Antonio Cesaro to bring some legitimacy to the United States title. TNA, I have to believe, Cartman is trying to use Samoa Joe to bring some legitimacy back to that TNA television title.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
What are your thoughts on the match?
It was a pretty good match overall. I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
I would have to agree. Again, you had two good guys in the ring.
Two World Heavyweight Championship quality opponents.
Oh yes, definitely.
By far.
Yeah, both former TNA World Heavyweight Champions too, Samoa Joe and RVD. So a really good match. Now, 4 out of 5 for me on that one as well. And again, Samoa Joe, really going to use him to bring some legitimacy to that television title. So look for more and more television title matches each and every week on Impact Wrestling. And the pay-per-view too, as he is slated to defend that title against his former tag team partner, Magnus. So that's going to be an interesting match in itself, but we'll talk about Bound for Glory when the time comes. Next up is a matchup I was a little confused about, because I kind of put it on my preview video. It would kind of make more sense to have another triple threat match, but this time have the partners go at it, because last week we had Daniels, Kurt Angle, and Chavo Guerrero. And I kind of figured if they want to preview the triple threat tag team title match even further, that they would have their partners go at it in a triple threat match. But what we got tonight, I am still not disappointed in. Chavo Guerrero and Kurt Angle. Two great guys in the ring. Great match. They're doing a lot to promote the tag team title match too. So I'm really looking forward to what they put out there for Bound for Glory. But as far as this singles match goes, it was great to see two good in-ring competitors like Chavo Guerrero and Kurt Angle. There was only one little minor botch I would have to call Chavo Guerrero on, and that was the attempt at the tilt-a-whirl head scissors. He really didn't pull it off all that well. But other than that, the matchup in itself, it was still pretty good. I'm only going to deduct half a point for that little botch. I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5. Other than that, I think the matchup was still good, Cartman.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to go 4 out of 5, though. Because it was a really good match versus with really good wrestlers instead of just random peoples.
Next up, we had the X Division title on the line as we saw former X Division champion Douglas Williams taking on the current X Division champion Zema Ion, aka Porcupine Head, because every time he sprays his hair with hairspray, his hair seems to be forming icicles on his face. I don't know why TNA decided to put a little bit of a mean streak into Zema Ion. Because at first Zema Ion had on this unique submission hold on Douglas Williams, this version of a Fujibar armbar, and he got the win. Douglas Williams tapped out, but Zema Ion refused to relinquish the hold and gets himself disqualified, and then gets on the microphone and said, "TNA, you want to look for someone to be Sting's tag team partner? Don't look at me. I'm not only effing beautiful, but I'm also effing dangerous." I really don't understand. Maybe TNA figured, it was time to put some more heat back on Zema Ion. They might be working Jesse Sorensen back in the storyline very soon. We're not sure on the current status of Jesse Sorensen, but they have to be working with something on Zema Ion for to have him draw this much heat. Because even though he is a heel, they have to have a purpose for him to draw that heat and do that promo. So one would have to figure, Cartman, that they got to be starting something with Zema Ion real soon.
Exactly.
3 out of 5 on this one. It was an average match, and like I said, having Zema Ion basically go vicious heel, it really didn't make any sense without having them having a purpose to it, and they have to have a purpose to it. As well, then again, this is just one person's opinion, one commentator's opinion on it. So, let's talk about something that I know if Mick37 was on here right now, he would be pitching a fit about, because he does not like this guy whatsoever. We're having a promo for James Storms and Bobby Roode, and we're going to promo their street fight that Bound for Glory, and it has been officially signed that the special guest enforcer in the match will be King Molaw. Now, first thing I'm going to say right off the bat, there is only one person in the professional wrestling industry who can legitimately call himself a king, and that's Jerry Lawler.
Exactly.
I am sorry, Molaw. You can claim to be a king all you want. You will still never reach the status of Jerry the King Lawler. So as far as I'm concerned, you're not even a prince. As far as I'm concerned. You're just a person who brought over a gimmick that he had when he was an MMA fighter before he got suspended, and apparently you think you can bring your gimmick into the professional wrestling world and think nobody would give a damn about it.
Right.
But here's the thing. Like I said, there's only one real king in wrestling. I'm not just saying WWE, I mean in the professional wrestling industry, and that's Jerry the King Lawler. So, as far as I'm concerned, you're not King Molaw, you're just Mo. So be sure you go look for Larry and Curly, too. As far as the promo goes, again, James Storm, Bobby Roode, two great guys who know how to work the microphone and work the crowd. And Bobby Roode, this was basically a big setup they used to have Mo come out and be received as a face by the crowd. And that was something I was really talking about on my preview video, is how will Mo be received by the crowd. And they used Bobby Roode to make sure that Mo would be received in a positive aspect from the crowd. And they did an okay job with that. I can't believe Bobby Roode would look scared as hell by having a guy who thinks he's a king push him down onto his butt. But as far as the segment goes, it worked to TNA's advantage, and it worked to Mo's advantage to have him be received, like I said, in a positive aspect. The promo would have gotten a 4 out of 5, but it wasn't for the ridiculousness of Molaw coming out thinking he's a king when Jerry the King Lawler is the true king of professional wrestling. So it's going to go 3.5 out of 5 from me, Cartman.
Yeah, same here.
Then this matchup was set up earlier. Bully Ray needing to prove himself to Sting. Sting said, "You have to prove yourself if you want to be my partner at Bound for Glory." And he said, okay. And then he confronts Jeff Hardy and Austin Aries, who were having a discussion backstage. And He said he wanted to first beat Jeff Hardy because he thinks beating Jeff Hardy would have proved himself to Sting. And then Austin Aries butts in, and then Jeff Hardy says, why don't we do triple threat? And that's the way they did. Great main event as far as I'm concerned. But I kind of saw the way that things were going, the way they were building towards it, and they were trying to build towards Bully Ray being the partner. And Bully Ray gets to win in a great match, in a great triple threat match. 4 out of 5. What are your thoughts on the triple threat match?
It was, like you said, a really good match. I rated a 4.5 out of 5.
Then we have the final segment of the night. Hulk Hogan and Sting come out to make the announcement of who's going to be Sting's partner at Bound for Glory. And the initial response, the initial person, was Mr. Anderson. But here's the thing. It was so predictable the way it was going to go. Even the Studley Man Ashley, he was on the Skype call with us, called it, and I called it, and it went exactly like we said it was gonna go right off the bat. We don't read spoilers, we just see things that are coming, and it went that way. They call out Mr. Anderson's name, and we just knew right off the bat he's not gonna show up. Aces and Eights are gonna beat him down, and lo and behold, he did not show up. Aces and Eights backstage outside the arena beat down Mr. Anderson. So what has happened next? Bully Ray comes out, starts pushing for him to be the tag team partner for Sting. Crowd didn't want it because Bully Ray's a heel and everything like that, but they need to understand the storyline whatsoever. And Sting saying, I need a bully for my partner. And next thing you know, Hulk Hogan and Bully Ray shake hands, and so it's actually confirmed that representing TNA, it's Sting and Bully Ray winning for TNA versus the Aces and Eights. Overall score in Impact Wrestling this week, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Great match, opening match with Anderson and Gunner. As far as the Knockouts tag match was concerned, they're really doing a lot with Tara to push that heel turn. Joey Ryan and Al Snow, come on, that's all I'm going to say. Samoa Joe and RVD for the television title was a great match. I would not have been amiss to see RVD become the television champion, but TNA really trying to put some stock into Samoa Joe and bringing some legitimacy to that title. Great one-on-one match with Chavo and Kurt Angle. Zima Ion, I really don't understand the point of. Mo, you can go suck a railroad spike for all I'm concerned. Great triple threat match with Bully Ray, Jeff Hardy, and Austin Aries. And again, it was very, very predictable the way that ending was going to go. But I'm still going to give the overall score for Impact Wrestling a 4 out of 5. Cartman, what's your overall score and your overall opinion on Impact Wrestling?
Like I said, I'll rank it a 4 out of 5 too. The ending, like you said, it was so predictable. It was painstakingly obvious that that's the way it was going to go down. But like you said, great matches throughout the night. Zima Ion, don't get the whole point to him. Them even still having him. You're only using him to be an idiot, but anyway, my opinion, good overall show, like you said, 4 out of 5.
Well, we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Impact Wrestling this week. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to check out Cartman on his YouTube channel at youtube.com/KillerXKenny. Don't forget to subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So with that being said, for Cartman, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.